A direct flight to Nassau from Denver, Colorado is now joining other popular U.S. cities that have direct flights into Nassau, such as New York, Atlanta, and Houston. This past Saturday, United Airlines launched its Saturday-only direct flight from Denver, Colorado. Director General of the Ministry of Tourism, Joy Jibrelu, says the ministry is very excited for travelers to experience the island's adventurous activities that cannot be found in the mountains of Colorado. Dr. Kenneth Ruma, Executive Director at the Ministry of Tourism, who was at the Lynden Pinling International Airport to welcome some 180 passengers who arrived on the inaugural flight with United Airlines, says accommodations had to be upgraded because of the enthusiasm and demand. Dr. Ruma also expressed his excitement for this new route being added to the country's growing tourism product.
This was certainly an incredibly proud day for the Bahamas, certainly for tourism. This direct flight for Denver was met with great enthusiasm in Denver. They had an amazing send-off ceremony there. As a matter of fact, the demand was so great in Denver that they actually upgraded the aircraft this morning. Passengers on board the aircraft spoke about how this particular flight meets a definite demand, especially into our Midwest, certainly into the western states. This is just an amazing time for us. Again, this further builds upon the commitment again of the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism to diversify our product offerings by looking at new routes, certainly by connecting.
Now, as previously stated, the flights are Saturdays only. However, the Ministry of Tourism and United Airlines are in talks for additional days for direct flights from Denver. President and CEO of Nassau Airport Development Company, Vernice Walking, say the U.S. East Coast states are popular, but the Midwest and West Coast states are becoming more popular.
For the airport, it represents growth opportunities from the West Coast of the United States, which is something we've been seeking for quite some time. It's been difficult for us as a destination, I should say, to compete with the Hawaiis and Mexicos that tend to be the popular choices for people who live on the west coast of the U.S. So for us to have this nonstop flight from Denver is actually very, very gratifying because it allows us to begin to open up the west coast to travel to Nassau and to the rest of the Bahamas.
Ms. Walking says the relationship with United Airlines has brought great growth over the last 3 years, with a seating capacity on its flights to Nassau at 40%. Now the direct flight from Denver to Nassau will be suspended during the off-peak travel season in August and will commence on October 21st on an annual basis. Chirino Saunders is up next with sports.